Welcome to AGIS, Anguilla Government Information Service, delivering the latest and most accurate updates from the Government of Anguilla. I'm Selena Hodge, and here are the highlights and developments for the past week. The agricultural science students of the Albina Lake Hodge Comprehensive School recently hosted their annual poultry sale, drawing strong support from residents across the island. Students raised the chickens from hatchlings to maturity, gaining hands-on experience in food production and business practices. Initiatives like these continue to highlight the importance of both subsistence and commercial farming, contributing to sustainable food security in Anguilla. Anguilla was represented at the 2026 Overseas Territories Attorneys General Conference, held from the 13th to 17th April in the British Virgin Islands, where senior legal officials from across the overseas territories convened to address shared governance and legal challenges. Representing Anguilla, the Attorney General, Rachel Spearing Casey, participated in high-level discussions alongside Attorney Generals and law officers from across the region, as well as counterparts from the United Kingdom, Crown dependencies, and the United States. Key areas of engagement included digital transformation within the justice sector, disaster preparedness, cross-border crime, and the protection of vulnerable populations. The discussions also highlighted the importance of collaboration and capacity building in addressing the unique challenges faced by small island territories. On a recent episode of Just the Facts program, hosted by the Minister of Social Development and Education, Mrs. Shelia Rogers-Webster, education professionals shared insights from their recent visit to Collier County. Key themes emerging from the discussion included consistency, accountability, and the importance of a collective we approach in advancing education in Anguilla. Collaboration continues to be at the heart of progress within the education sector.
Trip to Collier County was an eye-opener. First of all, I'm grateful that I was able to go on this study tour. And I can say when I reflect on the week in Collier that it was, as I would say, it was inspiring. Why was it inspiring? Because we got a view of what hard work and dedication, what it looks like, because it's consistency. One key thing that I got from the beginning was the power of the we. And that was throughout the tour in terms of the collaboration. We saw the collaboration at every level, from the highest level, superintendent, down to the school level. And so to look at that, I felt that it was hope. Being an educator in Anguilla, that's all I did. Straight out of secondary school, I've been in education. So I'm very passionate about education in Anguilla. And so I was able to see that there is hope because Collier County, as they would have said to us, it didn't just happen. It took hard work. They were intentional about bringing all the little bits together and making it the we. And because of that, we were able to see excellent practice in terms of classroom. We were able to see support services. We were able to even go into the community and see that same level of commitment and that same level of consistency across. And not only that, one of the key things was the data dialogue. Everything was focused on the data. It was the data-informed action. So they were intentional about what they do. And just to realize that while the data was there, they actually took that data over time. Because sometimes we think that it happens overnight. It's not magic. And so the patience and the consistency and the hard work that they put into the education system in Collier, to me right now, it's a wow factor.
What I would like to see is that the current government and the opposition meet with external stakeholders, teachers, to have a comprehensive, at least a 20-year plan for education. We know in Anguilla government usually change every 5 years, maybe 10 if you're lucky, you're doing well. However, with a comprehensive education plan, regardless of who comes in, education continues. Because without education leads to a country's economic development. You could have the greatest roads, the biggest airport, the nicest jetty. But if your human resource aren't capable, you'll be taken over. So what good would it be to have everything when education is lacking?
The government of Anguilla continues to advance its capital development agenda. Members of Cabinet recently engaged BCQS to support the planning and execution of major infrastructure projects, including government buildings. Honorable Minister Joseph Vanterpool, the Permanent Secretary, and the Mike White's technical team participated in site visits with consultants to assess priorities and scope. The team will remain on island throughout the week, working to refine plans and ensure alignment with budgeted projects. This collaborative effort reflects a strategic and sustainable approach to national development.
The government of Anguilla is happy to welcome BCQS to the grounds. We've been engaging in conversations with them as it relates to the development of the government administration building. So this week, they're on the ground to see the site, to see the building, to be able to meet with all of the stakeholders and determine what is best in terms of the way forward. So for clarity, the government of Anguilla is engaging with BCQS to lead the consultancy and to lead the project management as we develop our new buildings. But they will be engaging with local designers and local contractors to make sure that this building that will be built for the future generations of Anguilla and for future governments will be built by Anguillians, designed by Anguillians, and inculcate what it means to be Anguillian. So the government of Anguilla is happy to engage with BCQS, and we look forward to pushing forward very quickly to ensure that this project becomes a reality.
Parliamentary Secretary Mr. Cordell Richardson highlighted the importance of investing in recreational spaces that promote youth engagement and healthy lifestyles. Improved sporting facilities continue to strengthen community connections across the island.
Today we are witnessing the installation of some basketball rims. It's a community effort, and we're going to eventually restore the court. We're going to have it painted. If you look to my right, we have another rim there that we're going to erect. And I must thank the team from sports department who have gracefully given us a hand, and other folks from the community who have assisted in making this possible. There are a lot of youngsters who frequently use the court, and our aim is to enhance it so that they could harness their skills, and we're going to later on have some basketball tournaments in this same area. So our end goal is to develop this whole space and create an environment where the young people could showcase their skills.
Yeah, we got another court back on stream now for the youngsters and the old guys to play on. Rey Hill court is back in action. The guys just mounted the new rims and should have the court painted up and ready for action. Hoping to have the opening ceremony with the minister next week.
The Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, brought together regional leaders, national disaster coordinators, and technical experts to strengthen coordination and advance disaster risk management across the Caribbean. Acting Director of the Department of Disaster Management, Trevor Quealy, participated in discussions focused on enhancing regional preparedness, improving emergency systems, and shaping strategies to respond to an evolving hazard landscape. The meeting also saw continued commitment to building long-term resilience, including support for national disaster system improvements and future-focused planning across the region. The government of Anguilla has extended heartfelt condolences on the passing of Sir Dr. Cutwin Lake. In a statement, Special Ministerial Advisor for Health, Evans McNeil Rogers, described him as a distinguished son of the soil, an exceptional surgeon, and a man dedicated to service and compassion. Sir Dr. Lake's contributions to healthcare in the region leave a lasting legacy of excellence. We honor his memory and extend sympathies to his family and loved ones. On Friday, 24th April, Anguilla observed Blue Day in recognition of autism awareness. The government extends thanks to I Speak Autism Society for their continued work in raising awareness and educating the public. Initiatives like these help build a more inclusive and understanding society. The Mars Vanterpool Primary School Dragons hosted their second Kidpreneur Fair this past Friday. Students showcased their creativity and entrepreneurial skills by setting up and managing their own businesses. Congratulations to all participants for embracing innovation and learning the fundamentals of entrepreneurship. The European Marine Observation and Data Network engaged in a Seabed Habitats Caribbean workshop hosted in Anguilla from 22nd to 24th April 2026, focusing on protecting the marine environment across the wider Caribbean region. The workshop highlighted the importance of mapping, inventories, and classification systems for marine benthic habitats. Presentations from various territories emphasized how standardized habitat data supports conservation, sustainable management, and regional collaboration in safeguarding vital seabed ecosystems.
In order to manage this blue economy, we have a subsection of things that we work on and follow through our mandates. So from the government of Anguilla, we have the Department of Natural Resources, and under the Department of Natural Resources, the Fisheries and Marine Resources Unit manages the coastal resources, the marine parks, as well as the overall fisheries. So in order to align with our mandates as well as align with government goals as it relates to having a sustainable blue economy, the Fisheries Unit does various components within the job. So that's research and data collection, compliance and enforcement, licensing for fishing, coastal resource monitoring, marine park management, as well as outreach.
My name is Ron Khanna. I'm the Director for the Department of Natural Resources, the Environment Unit. And one of the key things that we are concerned about as a unit is basically trying to gather as much data with reference to both terrestrial and marine data for the purposes of managing our ecosystems and managing our resources in particular. And today we are actually having a workshop entitled EMODnet Seabed Habitat Caribbean Workshop. EMODnet in itself is basically stands for European Marine Observation Data Network. And that in itself basically collects data, again, on marine resources, in terms of the habitats and key functions of the habitats and so forth.
My name is Marcin Górny. I'm working from South Atlantic Environmental Research Institute, and I represent EMODnet Seabed Habitats project in the Caribbean. And our project partner here in Anguilla is the Department of Natural Resources. We organize this workshop to bring specialists, practitioners, habitat mappers, international organizations for all of the Caribbean region, and also to bring our colleagues, project team members from Europe, to open the discussion, give the floor for the exchange of ideas in order to find a way how our project can facilitate the work here in the region, but more important to hear the perspective here from the Caribbean. So yesterday and today we are basically discussing how we can facilitate the seabed habitat mapping, how we can improve or create a data management system, because at the end of the day, the data are the most important, one of the key features to protect the environment and to inform policy and inform decision makers.
The National Commercial Bank of Anguilla Limited recently celebrated its 10-year anniversary. Honorable Premier Cora Richardson Hodge extended congratulations, recognizing a decade of service, empowerment, and community support. The milestone was marked with reflections on growth and achievements over the past 10 years. Here's the continued service in banking and partnership within the financial sector.
The government of Anguilla remains committed to fostering a stable and enabling environment in which the bank can thrive and continue to deliver for our people. On this 10th anniversary, we celebrate a significant achievement, a testament to what we can accomplish when we act with vision,
determination, and unity. May the National Commercial Bank of Anguilla continue to grow from strength to strength, serving as a pillar of prosperity for generations to come.
Students of the American University of Anguilla were honored during a white coat ceremony held on Thursday, 23rd April. Government officials, family, and friends gathered to celebrate this important milestone as a new cohort of medical students formally entered the profession. This moment represents dedication, perseverance, and the future of healthcare.
And I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you on behalf of the Premier and on behalf of the government of Anguilla for arriving to this milestone. If you're going to study medicine, if you're going to become a doctor, why not study with the backdrop of a beach? Anguilla is indeed a very unique island, and we are happy, Dr. Suda, that you have chosen Anguilla to be a University of Medicine. On behalf of the government, we want to wish you the very best in your medical pursuits as you move from this chapter in your life to the other chapter, wherever that may be. We wish you the very best.
AgriFest 2026 is fast approaching. The agricultural exhibition, scheduled for Friday, 8th May, promises a vibrant and engaging experience for all ages. Be sure to come out and support local agriculture and innovation.
So I'm here at the agriculture grounds with the Department of Natural Resources. They're preparing for the AgriFest on May 8th. I'm excited to buy the local produce, the local meats, fish, etc. So come on down on May 8th to support the Department of Natural Resources.
As we prepare for AgriFest 2026, we are looking out for everybody to come and join us as we celebrate agriculture in Anguilla. I hope to see you there.
Fire Station Officer Junie Fleming attended a fire service manager's course at the Newcastle International Airport Training Academy. This internationally recognized program strengthens leadership, operational effectiveness, and strategic decision-making. The government commends the Fire and Rescue Service for its commitment to professional growth and resilience. This is AGIS, Anguilla Government Information Service, delivering the latest and most accurate updates from the government of Anguilla. Join us next time for more facts that inform, connect, and inspire.